a friend of mine works in IT. I asked him, how do you make a motherboard? He said, I usually tell her what I do for a living. Welcome to Shave&Butcher. I'm doing a lather battle on the Facebook group Lather and Blade on Sunday with Marian Hickson. So it'll be a Marian related shave. PAA's son of Honeysuckle, which he likes. Marian, a brush he gifted me, really cool barber style, made in the US, certified or certified maybe. Thank you for that. And a razor that I purchased from him, but where the proceeds he donated to the Shave&Butcher raffle thingy. This is a Geo Wostenholm razor, pipe razor, made in Sheffield. Very nice, very nice. Face is wet. This is a synthetic brush. It has quite a bit of backbone, so it's not the easiest to do a lot of splaying with. It's sort of designed for barbers, I think, to paint on already made lather. That's what the soap looks like. But it's a cool brush, and it's one of my coolest. I really like it. It's wood and then rubber on top, the yellow. So brush was too wet. Adding a bit of water so that something sticks to the brush. Otherwise, there will be no lathering going on. So lather battle, yeah. Marian says there are rules. I don't know. I've just done once. There were no rules. I mean, who needs rules? I thought it was a free group, Lather and Blade. We can let your hair down. But apparently there are rules. We'll see what they are. Wow, that's dry. So I usually start with a really dry brush, but with some soaps it can be too dry. You can almost not even paint the soap on in any intelligent way. It's like dry toothpaste. That doesn't matter. As long as you get enough of it onto the face, you just keep adding water and you'll get there. So I'm thinking not a big lather today, but rather a small, or not a thick one. We'll see. Sometimes you have an idea, or I do. I have an idea about, I'm going to do that, and then something happens, or I think about something else and I don't concentrate and I do something entirely different, or stuff just happens. But with the straight razor, I find, or chevette, I find if you have a really voluminous, thick leather, or voluminous sort of, so it builds quite a bit, it's almost a little bit more tricky to keep an eye on where you are with the razor. So all you want from a soap really is slickness and then whatever it does after you've shaved, which this one does a whole lot of good. But let's try super wet. I've got enough soap, so I could build a bigger lather, but let's try really thin, see what happens. See, put even more in. You can break a soap, you can actually put in too much water. How about that? Super thin. Okay, Wostenholm. It says on it, the original and only genuine pipe razor manufactured solely by Geo Wostenholm and Son. 1800 something. I don't think it's as old as 1800. And there's text all over. You know, if you're bored, you can read. Read the razor. So if you have facial hair and you want to make sure you trim that well and don't cut anything off that you want to keep, then a thin lather, and even pre-shave oil or something, is to prefer. See how wet that is? Can you hear it? Can you hear the razor? Makes a nice little noise. Yeah, I can flick it off. That's cool. It's almost like shaving on residual slickness. It isn't the same as shaving on residual slickness, but a little bit like that, and it works just fine. Now, the important thing when you shave, at least with a straight, because that's what I know, is the blade, not the soap. You can shave with a lot of stuff. Most soaps are just perfectly fine to shave with. But you need a high quality sharp blade. Started bleeding there yesterday, so yeah, try not to do that. So yeah, if you have a good blade, you don't need much in terms of soap. You guys who use a DE or something similar, is it, you know, would you agree that the blade, razor plus blade, is the crucial part of the shave rather than the soap? Voila. It's drying up quite a bit. That must be because I didn't really build a lather. If you build a lather and you work it more, it keeps the moisture. This doesn't. This is already too dry. It works just fine. So when I say too dry, I mean drier than I would prefer. He started off super wet and now it's dry. Interesting. So that really proves that working the lather does make a difference. If you shave really quickly, less of an issue, then it won't dry. But clearly a thought through, worked through, meticulous lather is better than just doing what I did, which was add enough water to the soap to make it slick and leave it at that. This is okay, I think, because there was still a lot of water in the brush. So we'll start off okay and might need to add water further on in this second pass. I was watching Just Lance on YouTube. He did his first straight razor shave a few days ago. I think it was a few days ago. I watched it today. Pretty cool. Lance is blind, so I was holding my breath. I mean, it's no harder than for me to shave with a blindfold, but that is pretty hard. The difference is I'm used to straight razors. This was the first shave he did with a straight. So, and he was dangerously close to his fingers. Oh, I was nervous, but he did really well. think his razor wasn't quite sharp enough, but he soldiered through. Finished off by a DE with a DE. I should let red tip. He said, I have no idea what that is. Bit of blood there, as usual. Yeah, it's a crap lather. Don't do this. But it's, you know, it's interesting to try out. What happens if you do what I did? Well, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. So that probably contradicts my point of saying doesn't matter what soap you have when you shave. But I do, of course it does. But I maintain that if you have a killer blade, you're gonna get an okay shave no matter what soap you use. And rather not so good soap and a good blade than the other way around. Lance has a mustache as well. Looks like Seb McKayen, but clean shaven on the head. You remember Zeb? If you're old like me, you might. That will do. That will do. This is, someone called it a hell stash or something. Looked really cool. If you're bald or clean shaven on the head, you need facial hair. Except I don't. But other people do, according to Heather. So, adding a bit of water. I always have to paint the neck on the second pass because I fiddle around with my fingers down there. I've started looking into your recommendations for a vetiver scent perfume. So I've tried a few I didn't like. They were too sweet. I don't like if it's any sweet in them. So and I haven't tried all of them, but I've tried 4 or 5 and a few others that you didn't mention. My favorite so far is Hermès Terre, which means earth or dirt, and that's a cool one. It smells like dirt. So compared to soaps, it doesn't smell quite like Matin de Cambre, but kind of like a mix between Matin de Cambre's Vetiver and the diamond soap from Barrister and Mann. That's a very, scent idiotic thing to say probably. I'm just saying what pops out of my head and what association I make. But the diamond has quite a bit of, it's supposed to smell like a baseball field or arena. So it smells like grass, different kind of grass, I think. And it smells like dirt. So, and I like dirt scent. I like the Hollow Glen or Glen Hollow or Hollow something from Talbot Shaving. I like to say it smells like death. Like someone just opened a crypt. And that's cool. You want more than that? Sorry, I'll rinse down here. I'll be quick. And a bit of cold rinse. Yeah, pretty okay. Not the best lather. But you gotta try shit out, right? So you know what not to do. Frankie Shark is sending me a sample of Guerlain's vetiver, which John and someone else recommended. Speaking of John, so that will be fun. We'll try that out. Cool. Not a big aftershave fan when it comes to aftershaves that actually smell or match the soap. I think I don't think it's worth it because it doesn't smell for very long. Some do, but in any event, I want to put my own scent on when I have scents on, which is most days. Now, I don't have many, I'm very picky, but then I want a strong perfume. And yeah, earthy vetiver might be the next one. Singari Man, Seiko Balm, unscented. 1, 2, 3. Shaved my head before, so we're treating that as well. So I keep a little bit of, doesn't matter, you've heard me before. So yeah, and speaking of Frank, he said the other day, nowadays it's hard to be stupid. The competition is fierce. Thought that was funny. Basta, c'est tout, that's it. Lather battle. Okay, that was Frank saying, because I told him I don't want eau de toilette. I want eau de parfum or something. He's saying, why not the eau de toilette when that's better? So I don't know. He knows. He's the expert. I'll listen to him for sure. Lather battle Sunday on the Facebook group Lather and Blade. Myself and MTB, Marion the Barbarian, Marion Hickson, moved to 3 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 9 p.m. Swedish time or Central European time. So 9 p.m. lather battle. We'll find out about those stupid rules, if there are any. And see you then, maybe, if you want to, if you have time. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to a business meeting, which is nice, and looking good, or at least clean shaven, and smelling good, because we'll put some smelly stuff on as well. Thanks for watching, see you soon. Meanwhile, stay sharp.